Yes, everybody, everyone who watching this video, this is the man called Marvin, otherwise known as Dada Pie. Could have been no other guy. Alright. I'm about to tell you guys now about the fire coal. How you prepare the fire coal and how you get it to burn. Alright. First thing you gotta do now, you gotta go in the bush. You gotta map out this spot where you're gonna put the bed. Then when you map out that spot where you're gonna put the bed, you're gonna clear that spot. Clear off all the bush, all the grass, everything off that spot. Make sure it's clean that you can see pure dot. Then you're gonna use a hoe and dig it up. You're gonna dig it up. Then after you dig it up, you're gonna make a round circle. So you're gonna take the dirt and put it on the edge, right around. And so when you put it around now, that's the bed. So you gotta cut the wood now. Now when you cut, you have to go back and shave off like the top and some little crank off of the wood and pack them up in deep and pack up the top them in deep also. And after you finish cut and do all that, you're gonna bring them in. Whether you want to use a vehicle or a barrow, or you won't be like me using your shoulder. So that's what you gotta do. So when you get the wood them bring into the bed, you're gonna lay them right around the bed in that same round circle. So you're gonna put some big piece, all the big piece at one spot, and the smaller piece at one spot, and come all the way around. And when you finish that now, you gotta start it to pack it. How you're gonna pack it now, you gotta get this thing they call them duck ants. Now when you get the duck ants nest, a duck ants is more like a thing they call chichi that eat down the woods. So they build that little nest. So you gotta look for that nest. And when you get it, you're gonna chop off a piece of it, but you gotta make sure the duck ants them is in it. Because if they ain't in it, it's not gonna work. Fire won't hold in it. So you gotta get it with the duck ants. And then you gotta get some dry wood. And start a pocket with the dry wood first. And then when you reach around this size, you started to mix like some green one. Piece of green one here, piece around there, and piece around there. And then you mix it back with some dry one, green one, dry one, green one, dry one, green one. When you reach to this level now, you could say, oh yeah, you start laying pale green one, pale green, till you finish pack. Now when you finish pack, you gotta think about how to get it grass. Yeah. And now when you get it grass, you gotta dirt it. Yeah. So when you get it grass and get it dirt up, then you gotta light it. But you see when you're packing it, you're gonna leave that little hole to push a stick up in with the fire so you can get it to light. So you gotta leave out that hole. So when you dirt it up, when you grass it up and dirt it up, that hole gonna leave out. So that's where you're gonna push the fire. So when you get it light now, you gotta have some more woods. They don't have to be dry. Some green woods to block the little hole. Now when you block that little hole, you gotta get it grass. And then after you grass it now, you throw back some more dirt on it. And when you dirt it up now, you leave it and let it stay there burn. But I tell you what, when it's there burning, you gotta watch it 24/7. In the night, in the day, you can't leave it. Because if you leave it, it will bust. And if it's bust and you're not there, it's gonna burn out. And it's not good for it to bust, even when you're there. Because you see, if it's bust, it's gonna find up the coal. And the dirt is gonna run down in it. So when the dirt run down in it now, the fire now will be skipped to the other side. So those wood ain't gonna burn. So you can't let it bust. You gotta try your best not to let it bust. When it's burning, it's gonna be burned like for 6 days. 100 bag would take at least 6 days or 7 days. Depends how tight you pack it. Cause you see sometimes there are some little spaces. Depends on the wood, cause some would bend, some but you gotta cut the bend one them, let them straight. But wood still gonna leave, but don't watch that. You just gotta watch it. And you see now when it's burning, it's gonna drop. So after you light it, if you light it 6 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock in the day, the head is gonna fall and go down. So once you see the head started to fall, you gotta watch it. You can't leave it. You gotta watch it because the fire now is gonna come to the foot. And when the fire now get to the foot, it's gonna burn off the foot, go all the way around. So you see when it burn off the foot, you can see that, oh yeah, this part is finished burn. So you know when it's done burn from when it's burning. So when it burn and go all the way around, then you get something now. And you gotta clean off the foot while it's burning. And you see like this part is finished burn. You gotta get like a rake and draw off that part so that the fire don't blaze back to get up back inside of it. So after you did that now and you draw off around the foot and get rid of the muck, you gotta make sure you cover back the foot all the way around. And so when it's finished burn now, you gotta clean off all around it. But after you clean it off and finish with that, you gotta get a piece of stick and juke it up and let the dirt run down inside of it to cool it down. Now when the dirt run now and cool it down, the next, if it's done burn like, say it's done burn like 12 o'clock today, or even 5 o'clock in the evening, you gotta juke it up, throw back dirt on it, make sure it's well covered, proper. And the next day now, you can start it to pull it down. But you still can't lay in your bed and sleep or like that. You gotta watch it same way. You gotta watch it. And I tell you what, the best time to pull it down is in the night. Because in the night, you could see the fire from a mile. No fire can hide from you. But you see in the day, the fire will hide. You would only see like some white spot on the coal. But you will even see that white spot and there is no fire in it. The fire is already out. So you see, it gives you more problem in the day. So I rather you draw it in the night. So after you draw it now, you gotta cool out of the fire there and cool it down. Let it cool because it's gonna be hot. They can't put in the bag like that. So you gotta let it cool down.